Welcome to Reach the World ASAP. I'm Pastor Scott Griswold, the Associate Director of ASAP Ministries, with a story of something God is doing to finish His work so we can go home to Him. Suppose that before you lay down to sleep tonight, you could put $4 into a money tube and shoot it across the ocean to a country that persecutes Christians. Then suppose a local evangelist could take that $4, change it to the local currency. With that money, just what might he do? I'd like to invite you to meet Long Nguyen, a special church planter, district supervisor, ex-police officer, and father of 6. When you hear his story, you'll know just what happens while you're sleeping. Long Nguyen doesn't sit still very long. He's retirement age, but almost every day he's up and off somewhere on his motorcycle. He oversees 10 provinces in that country. He encourages church planters of more than 60 house church groups. Some of them are as small as 8 people, some are as big as 90. Try getting all those in your house. 60 groups. Now, there are church planters that do the evangelism and visitation, but still, I can't fathom overseeing 60. Long Nguyen is a point person for thousands of sermon DVDs that the church members give out all over that area. You know, the ones you've raised money for in those little banks that only cost 25 cents a piece. The police officers have often questioned him, trying to figure out where those DVDs are made and how they get all over the country. Yes, this is a country that has been well known for its religious persecution, but God is working anyway. Long Nguyen used to be part of that policing team. He and his wife were both policemen, and they were members of the Communist Party. He regularly confiscated Bibles, arrested, interrogated, sometimes beat Christians. But it really bothered Long Nguyen when he saw the courage and the peace in those Christians. What on earth did they understand that made them want to share it so badly? Why would they be so kind to him when he harassed them and then go back out and share it some more? One day he picked up one of those confiscated Bibles, started reading. His wife joined him. They didn't understand anything about the salvation that was being talked about, but they were intrigued by the power of Jesus to get rid of evil spirits and heal people. The two of them kept coming back to God's word for more and more. That was partly because they were both sick. Long Nguyen's wife had strange things happening in her heart. She had horrible skin problems, and he struggled to breathe whenever the weather would change. They had good medical care, but nothing improved. And that's when their communist friends, who'd been taught not to worship anything, said, "You've got to have some kind of religion. Here, we'll bring some idols to your home, and together let's worship and see if you get some help." But nothing changed. They kept reading the Bible. Long Nguyen realized that God is real, the Bible's true, and that they needed to follow Jesus. Right there in their house, all alone with no other Christians to help, they knelt down and told God, "We believe in you. We need your help." Shortly after that, while smoking away on another cigarette, Long Nguyen coughed up blood. It scared him so badly that he decided to ask God to help him quit. In a short time, Jesus healed him and his wife. Right after that, they started visiting the people they had arrested. He told them, you need to restart your worship group. Don't worry, I believe now too. Well, they weren't sure, but then they realized he really meant it. The members of the Communist Party noticed this change. He wasn't arresting Christians anymore. He was joining them. So they called him in, and they grilled him for 3.5 hours. They urged him, "Don't throw away your 10 years of government service." But Long Nguyen walked away from being a captain and a third-generation Communist Party member. He chose to follow Jesus instead, and later he became a captain of church planters. So last night, while you were sleeping, he might have been encouraging a new leader to be strong under persecution. He knows how the government works, so he's able to help the young people deal with the persecution. There are times when he must rescue somebody from jail. He talks boldly to the police officers. He reminds them of the religious freedom that the country has voted. He will walk right in and demand that a Christian be released, and their motorcycle too, because he knows the laws. Other times, in more risky places, he leads the youth to quickly go into a new area, leave the sermon DVDs, and get out before the police come. While you were sleeping, he might have been just out in the rice fields with some of the members. They have to work to survive too, but they partner together to play sermons on their cell phones and then take them out in the fields. They turn them up as loud as they can go, and then the villagers around can hear. Recently, after they did that several times, 7 new people committed their lives to Jesus. Now, the government was watching, and they told him, "You have to stop. You can't do this anymore." So they stopped. But the youth came back later directly to the homes, and those 7 people, they learned the Bible 4 nights a week. I mean, these are young people driving 40 kilometers every evening to get to them. Now, the 7 have become 12, and they've even started a second group in another village. That's awesome. Well, for Long Nguyen, it's not just about teaching leaders, passing out DVDs, and giving Bible studies. Many of the people are very poor. So while you sleep, he may be buying a cow. ASAP sends money to help a village church have 1 cow, a mama cow. When she has a baby, the church keeps it and sends the mother on to another church. They can get about 6 baby cows in 6 years, and of course, some of them start multiplying too. It really helps the members. And sometimes they sell one of the cows to provide money to help with their church needs, like repairing one of their chapels or houses that they're doing it in. Long Nguyen's also busy with weddings, but those are just another great chance for a big party with lots of people who don't know Jesus and a chance for a good long sermon and some more gifts of DVDs. Yes, in all of this busyness, while you were sleeping, Long Nguyen had time to pray. Sometimes it has to be at 3 a.m. Long Nguyen is busy, but he has established a 24/7 prayer group in which the members choose a time that they will pray, and they help keep the prayers going up round the clock very strong. So if you could put $4 a day into a money tube and know that someone like Long Nguyen on the other side of the ocean would be serving Jesus with all his heart while you were sleeping, wouldn't you do it? If you'd like to give it a try, why not call ASAP Ministries at 269-471-3026 or go online to our sponsorship page at asapministries.org. Make Long Nguyen your special project or somebody like him. There are also places in our gift catalog where you can buy a cow or dig a well and lead people closer to the love of God in a country where persecution is happening. Whether while we're awake or while we're sleeping, let's do all we can, as long as we can. Together, let's reach the world ASAP.